Hey guys, hope everyone's doing well. So nice to see you on here. Mark, I'm the spiritual advisor and coach. Just to let you guys know, if you look at the description box below, I have different services, and through each service can help you in all different kinds of ways. So if you look into it, really check that out. But welcome to your weekly pick a card. Pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. Pick the pile that you feel attracted to. Also, just to let you know, each card I picked from the pile, that there are messages from your angels, guides, and even loved ones. Also, please, if you haven't subscribed yet, I'd love you to subscribe to be part of my spiritual family. So I'm so excited, I'm sure you guys are. So let's get started. All right, you guys, welcome to pile number 1. You know, at times in our life, what we need to do is to take a break. You know, we work hard, but what the angels are telling me, take a break. You know, sometimes you have to get off the treadmill. That means keep on going over and over and over again. Why do such a thing? Because what you're doing is you're wearing yourself out. Don't wear yourself out, because as you know, you can really drain yourself, and when you start draining yourself, then you're going to say, oh, I don't want to work. And you know what, with these energies that are around us, unbelievable that we have to deal with on an everyday basis, because our modes go through so many different changes, and sometimes, believe it or not, it drains us. So even during these energies, dealing with the ascension energies, that it can wear you down. So it's almost, and because so many different things are going on. You download with the DNA, your whole body is changing energetically. That's affecting the mental, the emotional, the physical, and spiritual part of your being. So keep that in mind, that when you are feeling off, and it may not always be because you have lack of sleep. It could also mean because of these energies are really draining you. Some of my clients have said, oh boy, I feel so tired that I don't want to do anything because I'm so tired. Well, so I just want you to be aware of what your angels are telling me to tell you, and your guides, and they're saying to me to tell you that take a break, take a breather, ground yourself. You know, the problem is we live on the earth and we don't get in touch with ourselves. Yes, we deal with the earth. Yes, we deal with the people. And there's so many distractions around. I'm sure you guys will agree. But we need to focus within. We're now working on within us. And that's how you can take a break, because you need to rejuvenate. You need to replenish. If you don't replenish, you're going to keep on feeling draining. You know, for people who have insomnia, unfortunately, that they are dealing with feeling tired all the time, exhausted, fatigue, you know, and it doesn't feel good. Even they also feel antsy, and some of you, I'm sure, can relate to this. So they're just saying, take a break, get yourself back. And you know what? Let me tell you something. When you take a break and you relax, even sleep through the day, you're not going backwards. Sleep is not a luxury. For life, it's a necessity. So you guys really, you need to take a break and get your, and sometimes, yes, take naps whenever you can, as long as it doesn't mess up your sleep at night. But do things for yourself. You know, some people say, one of my clients said, well, I'll take myself out to eat. That's how I relax and take a break. Kind of, but also, how about getting into oneself, talking to oneself, ask questions and finding out, you know, what do I need to do? Where do I go next? How am I doing? Am I going to be okay? You know, a lot of times we like to hear that. So really take a break and get within yourself and replenish yourself by getting that rest and sleep that you need. Okay? I mean, that's really, really important, because you really want to be like a new you. Okay? All right, so when situations do arise, when situations do arise, it says right here, no, wait, pause. There's a reason why. Well, here, it says wait or postpone, pause, say no. That means really think about things, what you're doing. Because they're telling me what's happening here is you're pushing too much more and more and more, and you need to take that break to replenish. And you have to start thinking about things or what you're going to be doing. And, this is our everyday life, but it's not just our everyday life. But believe it or not, we are spiritual souls having an earth experience. And from that, we need to look at it in a different kind of a way. We have to look at it as, when we're not used to doing this, we have to go more within. Like I told you before, not only does it give you a mindset, it's almost like a meditation, so it's helping you relax, helping you be put in a different place. But when things happen in your life, they want you to start pausing more and start thinking about, what am I going to do here? How am I going to handle this? Where do I go forward from here? Because the thing is, this is about spiritual philosophy, about knowledge, about wisdom, about knowing like, okay, I live on the earth, I'm doing my thing, great, but I feel like I'm missing things. Do you guys ever question that? Oh, I'm missing things. I'm doing things that maybe I shouldn't be doing or I should not be doing. And in your spirituality, it's more about, am I on the right path? Am I going more within to ask to grow and learn and evolve as a spiritual soul? Am I soul searching of the purpose of my journey? Am I continually going within? We do so much external work because we live on the earth that they want you to do more internal work. Okay, there's a balance, right? Duality, a balance between the two. And you could take it as taking a little breather or going a little backwards. But you also have to decide, because you don't want to knock yourself off the track. That's why it's saying right here, sometimes you say no, pause, delay, think about it. Because if it's not the right time or your mind's not thinking right, you don't want to make the decisions, because then it shifts you in a different kind of pathway. Sometimes you feel like you're off the track. I'm sure most of you guys feel that way. So there's always like a pause. And believe it or not, when you do pause, you are taking a break at that moment. Okay, so from and if you notice how I'm going back and forth here, telling you about, it's a no here, postpone and delay. But another way of saying is take a breather, because when you take a breather, you could get yourself back. Because there's certain things in your life you're going to want to eliminate, and some things you want to put more energy into it. Because if you feel like your life is imbalanced, as a soul, as a spiritual soul that we are, they're trying to help you rebalance yourself so you could come back. The other way, you feel like you're like off guard, or you feel like, I don't feel balanced, I don't feel grounded. Sometimes I don't feel safe. I can't even think clear. Does that sound familiar to you guys? Okay, so we want to get more tuned within ourselves, and really everything that comes into place for us, we need to focus on what we need to do for ourselves. And it's not just our physical soul, it's our spiritual soul on why we're here. Yes, we have to do some earth things, yes, but also how about a spiritual, okay, am I doing the little ins and outs that I'm supposed to be doing as a soul, besides just doing things on the earth? Am I doing my spiritual work as well? See, so there's a combination, there's a duality between, am I doing this right? Or am I not doing this right? Or am I really moving forward? Because that's really, really important. So keep that in mind. Dealing with Sisterhood of the Rose. and that's priestess. Like you're a teacher. And this is for men and women, just because it says right here, Sisterhood of the Rose. Right? This is about the female energies within all of us. All of us. It's telling us to get, on the female energies, it's about the emotional side to us. To get more emotional, right? So we wanted to get in tune with that. Because the other way, what happens here is then we start losing ourselves, and then we don't know where to put ourselves. But that's why now they want you, remember I told you before about doing the inner work, really think about it. That was to the second card here. But replenish yourself. But now you want to get to the emotional side to yourself and really look within, but feel your emotions. This is the third chakra right here. It's your solar plexus where all the emotions are being stored as you think and feel and believe. I mean, I'm not saying it's not other places in the body, but a lot of it gets stored in the solar plexus here. All right, so we want to work through that. And part of the inner work, believe it or not, is working on the chakras, like I told you to do in the inner work, right? But also it's about getting in touch with our female side. It's our emotional side. That's why a lot of women have a tendency of becoming more emotional. Men are more intellectual. So we want to get, all of us, men and females, want to get in touch with the emotional side of us. So we want to get in tune within ourselves. We want to feel about ourselves, and knowing that each one that we do, okay, each one that we do, that means every situation that does come about. Remember I told you about postpone situations? Each one that we do, we want to feel it out emotionally. Am I using my heart? Am I doing the right thing? Am I moving forward? Because the other way, if we're not getting that feminine side to us, and we're thinking logical, we could do things, yes, in the manner that we want to, but we're not feeling what we're doing. We're not getting into that side of that caring side. It's more like, okay, I'm just going to do this. But there's a loving side to us, of that emotional side that wants to come out of us. See, when we do our inner work, we start opening and expanding, right? And there's the emotional side with, we all have male and female energies, but they want you to open up that female side of you and really be that empath and be loving to yourself, enjoying your life and giving love to others. Okay, so there's a whole different thing. There's one thing to feel good about yourself, right? And getting yourself back. There's another thing to think through things. But then there's another thing is, here it's about getting into the emotional side and feeling out all the decisions that you're making, all of them. Am I doing the right thing? Am I going into the right place, right? And that's what we want to do. We want to feel that out. It's really important. Now, dealing with, we are, everyone. We are. Trust me when I say this to you. We are dealing with the age of light. It says right here, you've been training for this for lifetimes. Okay. This is the age of life, or I like to say, or I like to call it the age, I'm sorry, the card was slipping here. The age of life, that means this is like the new age. This is where we're going to come into place where everything that we've been waiting for, we're very honored and very blessed to be in this time frame. I know right now for some of us, it may look like gloom and doom, and you're going, oh my God, what am I going to do with this? How am I going to handle myself? But you know what? It really comes down to is, it's really focusing within us of knowing how we're going to handle every situation as they arise. And we want to focus on that and knowing that we are going onto the right track, but we need to listen within, right? We need to listen to it within, because if we don't listen to within, that's what I said to you before of doing the inner work, and you know, also get in touch with that female side, because we have that loving heart. We want to feel that joy, that love, that bliss that goes into the age of light, right? This is about the shift of the consciousness. This is part of the ascension. We go into the age of life, what people call it the golden age, or whatever you want to call it. But this is the time where we should really release all that doesn't serve us, all of it. So this way we could come into a place to feel at peace, to feel at ease, to feel love, right? Become more virtuous and patient. And that's where that female energy also works in, to be loving and caring and patient and virtuous. That's why it's important to do that inner work. That's why it's also good to feel re-energized, get ourselves back. But the age of life is like the glory of really feeling that bliss and that alignment, and feeling that love and that joy. No more pain, no more suffering, no more fears, doubts, or worries. Imagine that. No more fears, doubts, or worries. So if you go through it, it's get in touch with the female side. Think every time you make a reaction for your own soul to stay on the right path. And also sometimes you need to take a break. Notice you're in the age of light, of feeling that bliss and love. And remember, take one thing at a time. It's really, really important. It makes a big difference. I always love to see you guys on here. You guys are a blessing to me. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for being here. And the best way to support me, to smash that like button. Also, just to let you know, if you haven't subscribed, like I said before, I love to be part of the spiritual family at Marc Healing Arts, that I teach you about spirituality, wisdom, and in a lot of ways, believe it or not, about love within yourself, what you need to do to blossom and grow as a soul. Take care for now. I'm Marc. I'm a spiritual advisor for Marc Healing Arts. Take care. See you soon. All right, you guys, here's pile number 2. Let's see what your angels and guides have to tell you today. What to tell you. Who or what is triggering you? Now, I think you guys can relate to that. Who and what is triggering you? Now, we're dealing with circumstances. We're dealing with people in general. Sometimes people themselves know how to push the right buttons. I'm sure you guys will agree with that. See, when we resonate with energies, we know who we can resonate with and who we can't. You know who you get along with, and those, as a spiritual soul that you are, knowing when to connect. Other ones, it'll be more like a bypass. Always send love to them, be nice to them, as you guys already know. But overall, the energies are pulling you into the direction of really resonating with the ones that you can connect with and relate with and grow with. That's the big one, grow and evolve with. So keep in mind, when you're with people, connect to people that doesn't mean you have to brush other ones off, but they want you to keep an eye on that, because remember, our soul is growing and evolving and ascending. So as we are moving forward, right, we don't want to connect with the ones that we're not really relating with. Because that's part of us, how we grow. So we're really involved here on how our soul grows, on how we move forward. So please keep that in mind. That's really, really important to keep that in mind, that it makes a big difference, because it could really pull you in another direction that you don't want to go. So please keep that in mind. And the mirror image of what's triggering you, when you look in the mirror, it's a reflection, of course, but it's telling you, it's like, are you happy with what you're seeing? Are you happy with yourself? Are you happy with your life in general? Okay, so you really want to look at the reflection of you on how to make you happy, because only you can make you happy. And that's what the point is really coming across. Is so whatever's triggering you, don't allow it to detach. And I know clients say to me, how do I do that? I said, don't put the energy into it. Don't put your focus on that. That's how you detach things, push the energies away, and don't put the energy into it. You can put a white light around you, but guess what? If you put the energy out and you're feeling it, you're already absorbing, even with the white light. So keep that in mind. Now, you are always being protected. I just want to let you guys know. Oh, talking about not absorbing things? Well, guess what? You're protected. Call back your power. Cut the cords. See, I told you, release, let go. Don't hold on to it. When people's giving you those energies, you don't want to feel that stuff. That's like, I call it junky. It's like, ugh, I don't want that, right? But you have protection from your angels. Those are your angels right there. But you also have protection for people on the earth. But remember not to absorb, really important, and really call back your power by not, I like to say, don't lower yourself to other people, right? Don't lower yourself to other people. If you feel natural and it's flowing, and it's coming there, that's good. But then you have to ask your question, like I said before, is anyone triggering you? Because they could drain your energy, so you have to call back your energy. But how do you have to stay focused on not absorbing. And the only way that you could not absorb, like I mentioned before, is you don't give the power. The moment you give the mind the power, you are absorbing. Even if you put a white light around you, I mean, you're somewhat protected, but if your intent, your focus is on that thought, here we go again back to we're triggering. We don't want to trigger, right? But you could always ask the angels and guides to protect you. So this way your energies level don't drop. You know, right now we're on the earth, right? You know, some people may call this Armageddon, between the dark and the light, right? Go toward the light, the people who you resonate with, the ones that you're coming together with, right? That keeps you feeling happy, comfortable, safe. So keep that in mind. Don't hang around with people. And remember, call your angels and guides to let them protect you. So they also could help you with your energy, so your energies don't go low. But you also have to keep in mind that, remember, stay focused on what you want to focus on. And that's what the energies are going to feel. Remember, so if anything's triggering you, go back to it and question what's triggering you, what should put that energy into, and what energy I will put into. That's why you have the mirror card here and the protection card. Remember, those two really, really important. Now, dealing with, and you need to listen to this with your heart. Listen to this with your heart now, really. Trust your path. If you knew you'd be supported, what would you do? I think in most cases, you guys, wouldn't you be happy? I would be happy, because of course we're being supported. We're being supported by our angels and guides. Even when we feel like alone, we're not alone. You know what? I've heard this one client says, well, I heard we were born alone and we die alone. When you get incarnated here, if you believe in incarnation, well, guess what? The angels, you may not remember, but the angels are guiding you into that body. And when you leave, of course, your angels and loved ones are there. And they're guiding you to the light. So when are we ever alone? We're never alone right now. You know, they're always, if the veil was totally thinned down, or our subconscious mind is shifted to that higher level, we would see they're all around us. They haven't gone. They're at a different dimension than us, but they're all around here. So when are we alone? We're not alone here. Even when we're born. When we're on this side, they help us transfer over. So we're never alone. I know I've heard that for a long time, that we're alone. We're not alone, because they're always around. This is the universe. What, do they disappear in closets and rooms? No, they're all around here. But you need to trust your path, because they are guiding and support you. So you have to go within and trust what you're feeling. Don't go against your gut, because your gut is guiding you and directing you. Right? They're also protecting you, like I mentioned. And also, so these are the 3 areas that you really want to keep in mind of, to trust your path. That means keep on going in the right direction that we want to. Ask for the angels and guides to come forth. Talk to them. Not only about feeling protected, okay, but you're also feeling guided. Don't you want to feel guided? And also any weak areas that we need to work on. Work on. Those are your triggers back again, from the first card. And the second card, of course, was about protection, guidance, helping you along. So they'll mean us 50%, but we have to do the other 50% and trust in our path, and they will work with us. So trust your path and listen to your heart. Now, dealing with, got the card here, Star Mother, how you can mother yourself. Well, you want to be guiding, not only through the angels and guides, but how a mother, well, if you had, not everyone had this, but if you had a functional life with a loving mother that brought you, in other words, saying how a mother cares about their baby, and most mothers do, a majority do, of course, that how you see how they nurture you, that's how the angels and guides want you to nurture yourself. Right? That love and nurturing. Feel protected. The angels are protecting you, but you want to feel protected. Almost like if your mother was still around and you were a child again. Feeling that protection. She's always watching over you. She's always there for you. You want to be there for yourself. And you want to feel that love like your mother gave to you. Bring that memory back of feeling that love. And there's a reason why I'm saying that, because we need to nurture ourselves and love ourselves more. We're so hard on ourselves, we need to stop, because we get so overwhelmed and it becomes too much that we deprive ourselves. We get hard on ourselves. And these are sore areas too. See those, back to the first card, about the triggers. We want to feel protected like how the mother is and how your angels would do it. Right? We want to go with the flow. We want to keep on prospering so we stay on the path. But we also want to be very nurturing and loving to ourselves. Because where does that go? Are we really loving ourselves? Are we really nurturing ourselves like we should? Even when chaos is going on, for some of us, we'll look at the view of what's going on around the earth right now. Some of us will look at its glory, whatever it is. Happy occasion, sad occasion, think what your mother would do to help you, guide you along. And if you didn't have a mother, I do apologize, for it. You don't know how that feels. But if you watch other families, how little babies are being protected by their mother. That's how you want to protect yourself. You want to feel in your heart that you're okay, you're safe, you're secure, you're loved. And that's really, really important. So remember to love yourself, stay on the path so you keep on moving forward. Notice you're always protected. And knowing that whatever weak areas that you want to work at. And if this resonates with you guys, if you would love to schedule a session with me, I would love really to help you, to really guide you and open up doors for you. And thank you guys for listening. It means so much to me. And the best way to support me is to hit that like button. Also, I love you to subscribe at Marc Healing Arts, that I go into spirituality and wisdom. I'll see you soon. But just remember, please, please be loving to yourself, be caring to yourself, and enjoy your life. See you soon. I'm Mark. I'm the spiritual advisor for Marc Healing Arts. Blessings and love to all. Hi, you guys. Welcome to pile number 3. The crumbling. Oh boy, do we feel this now because all this crazy stuff that's going on. What are you clinging on to? See, this is called the crumbling card. The crumbling card. So it's like saying, what are you holding on to that doesn't serve you? Why do you keep on attaching to it? You know, we have fears, right? Good example. Or we have conditions we're so used to doing. How we're thinking, feeling, believing. We have to be more flexible with our schedule. Some of us could be very stagnated. And some of us may be a little bit more flexible. But what are we clinging on to that doesn't serve us? Is it a bad relationship? Is it health issues that you're challenging with, that you're scared of? And I can understand. I'm sorry that if you're going through that. And I know it's hard to detach from that, but do healing work on yourself. Change your frame of mind. Because a lot of times emotional stuff, unfortunately, brings on diseases, even though I can't diagnose that. But anything that you feel like it's crumbling in front of you, a loss of a business, oh my God, financial loss, what could I do? How do I handle this? How do I move forward in my life? So we want to feel, what do I need to do? I have this financial loss. I don't know what to do. I can't pay my bills and all that. And it's scary. But just keep on staying strong and keep on trying to build and look for things, open up doors to look for things, because we could get stressed all we want, but the stress doesn't do it to us. Now, is that easy said than done? Absolutely. I'm sure all of us been there, done that, but then we were okay, right? So whatever's crumbling in front of you, you want to work through it, but you want to detach with it, not to put so much energy into it. Just do it, and you'll be okay. Remember, it's the law of attraction. What we're throwing out there, it's not the effort we're putting into the universe. I mean, it's kind of part of it, but it really comes down to it's the energies that we're reflecting. Whatever we're throwing out, if we felt sad because everything's falling apart, we're going to create more sadness. So we almost want to, instead of it being crumbling, attaching to things, we want to detach that doesn't serve us and be creative and build. Dealing with, if your heart says yes about doing things, this card just say yes to it. It's okay to say yes to it. Because if our hearts are striving to do things for the better, like I was just telling you about with the crumbling card, about you don't want things to fall apart. You don't want things to go backwards. So what do you do here? You got to get on top of things. So sometimes, even though we don't like to do it, sometimes we have to say yes to it. Because if we don't respond to things that we're supposed to be doing and moving forward in our life, even in the spiritual sense, we're going to keep on feeling we're going into detours or ditches. And then, I've had clients say to me, I don't feel like I'm moving forward. I feel like I'm moving backwards, or I'm moving in a circle. What do I do? Well, what you do is, if something doesn't work, you work on something else, and sometimes you have to say yes to, yeah, but I don't want to do that. Yes, do it, because how else are you going to change the pattern? Right? So anything that's crumbling or falling apart in your life, You want to rebuild and recreate. Isn't this the time of the ascension? About letting things go? This is the year of the 9. This is the year. Old stuff is gone bye-bye. New stuff is coming in. Right? You can see the changes around the world. You can see not only energetic for us, but look at the world around us. Look what's going on here. Right now it's kind of crazy in some ways. So we're dealing with the crumbling, the things are falling apart. As think of create when that comes into place. And when ideas do come into place, do them. Don't delay. This is part of your soul's progress to move forward. The other way, if you delay, you're not going to keep on progressing. You're going to go in a circle. And part of our evolvement and growth on this earth is to keep on prospering, keep on moving forward. Some people procrastinate too much. Don't procrastinate that much. All right, once in a while, all right. But some people do it too often. And their whole life is falling apart. Everything's crumbling and falling apart, right? And they're not doing things that the heart's saying. By saying yes, move forward to that. Instead, you're going in a circle. Don't go in a circle, because that will lead you into like being lost and confused and distorted. Whenever we're confused, let's make ourselves unconfused by doing something what we need to do to move forward. Now, dealing with, well, you know what? Part of it, this card I just pulled is the inner temple, devotion. So we want to get in touch with the portal heart. Well, what is the portal heart? Well, kind of relates to the soul heart. So you have a heart, and this is my left side, just to let you guys know. I know it looks like my right. There's your soul heart, right above here. My God, when you're hurt or you're suffering, I mean, I've had this in the past where my muscle will actually, all day long, believe it or not, when I was really stressed out, it would just go like this. And then I got checked on and thank God nothing wrong with my heart. But the thing is, from that happening, it's from the energies released by saying, oh God, your heart's broken, or things are blocked, and the energies are constantly trying to release because you're stressing yourself out. So we really shouldn't stress ourselves out. That's how we block our chakras. So it's saying here is to go inner temple, go within yourself, find out what's wrong, and try to work through it. So this way things don't fall apart in your life. And then you're thinking to yourself, this is what I want to do. This is what I'm going to move forward to. I'm making goals for myself. So this isn't just messages from your angels by making it an earth thing, but it's a spiritual thing too. Think of the combination of both. This is why they want you to go in the temple, go more within your heart, or the heart chakra. And feel what the heart wants. Get in tune with it. Listen to it. Feel it out. Because the other way, we're going to keep on getting confused and lost because we're not listening to our heart. And our heart is yelling at us. It's saying, yes, do it. And we go, well, I don't know. And the ego, the fear, doubt, and worry, we created that. Ego is more about expression and enjoyment of the experience. So keep that in mind. But you definitely want to go inner to find out what the soul really wants and perform it. So things don't fall apart. And we're constantly acknowledging what we need to do to move forward. So we really need to do more like healing work. I mean, I do healing work, but do healing work on yourself. I could help you with that. To really letting these energies that don't serve you go. So go. So you don't cling on to them. Remember the crumbling card? Okay. So we really want to be honest with ourselves, be loving to ourselves, and go within. And keep our minds quiet. Because the soul has a lot to tell you if you listen to it. Now, believe it or not, in ways, you guys may not think so, but in some ways, whatever you're trying to perform in the physical on the earth, as well as the spiritual, you're already you're already doing it. Stop everything. Keep facing true north. That means, well, they meant by going forward. But you're already doing it. You're doing things that you're supposed to do, but you want to complete it. You don't want to go backwards on it. Right? So, but you are doing it. So you are on the right track, but sometimes you're knocking yourself off because you're letting these little triggers or things fall apart in front of you that don't. So you're kind of like moving forward, but then so you're moving in the right direction, but sometimes you're shimmying left to right, and you really want to stay more focused and more in tune. You know, when we get these angels numbers, if you guys got like 444, 555, 77, the angels are saying, you may feel that we're not with you, but we are. And we are listening to you. So we need to stay focused on that because we are being guided and supported. They don't want our life to fall apart. They want us to listen to our intuition. They want to listen to our heart and communicate with the soul. But they also want to let you know is you're doing it. Stay strong at it. But keep on moving forward and keep on, don't zigzag. It's like if a train is off, it's like it's on its track, but sometimes it's knocking itself off a little bit. You know, it's like a little shift to the left, shift to the right kind of thing. So think of it like as it being the train, and you want to keep on moving forward. Even though you may go a little left and right, but overall keep on going. And you'll see the soul not only feel more complete and fulfilled, but it feels like it is progressing, moving forward. The moment we don't feel like we're progressing, moving forward, the soul knows and it goes, I don't like this, I don't like this, I don't know where I'm going, I'm confused, I'm distorted. And that's why you feel lost or confused or out of place. But remember, you are doing it. So, you know, keep that in mind. But just keep on going into your heart and listening to it. And when it says to move forward, move forward. And keep on building and creating like I mentioned earlier. Keep on doing it. Because if you do that, you're going to keep on moving forward and progressing. And this is about involvement of the soul. And just keep on moving forward and forward and forward. That's why it says go north. Keep on going forward. Keep on going. Move, move, move. And because it's important, because we want to keep on feeling like we're evolving. Thank you guys so much for being here. It means so much from the bottom of my heart. And the best way to support me is to give me that thumbs up. Also, just to let you guys know, if it ever resonates with you, please look at the description box below that you can see all the different sessions I offered. I can help you in so many different ways. And subscribe at Marc Healing Arts and follow me for more card readings. See you soon. Take care. Be loved. I'm here for you. Blessings and love. Marc.